안녕하세요. Hello everyone. In this module, we will talk about family. When Korean people introduce themselves, they often tend to introduce their families as well. How many members are in your family? We will study how to introduce our families and learn new vocabulary related to family. Not only that, you will learn how to count in Korean. Do you have any siblings? How many do you have? At this time, you will introduce your siblings. Also, in this unit, you will learn how to count in Korean. First, let's listen to the conversation between the two characters. Listen carefully.
동생이 있어요?
네, 둘 있어요.
Shall we take a look at their conversation? 동생이 있어요 means, do you have a younger sibling? 네, 둘 있어요. Is a response saying, yes, I have two younger siblings. Listen to it again and repeat the phrases. 동생이 있어요? 동생이 있어요? 네, 둘 있어요. 네, 둘 있어요. We will take a closer look at the pronunciations. In 동생이 있어요, 요 is pronounced 있어요. The final consonant double S in it of 있어요 is prolonged and connected to the next vowel to be pronounced 있어요. Now let's try that again. 있어요. 있어요. Great. Shall we take a look at how a family is comprised of? Mother, 어머니, 어머니. Father, 아버지, 아버지. If you are a female, an older brother is called 오빠, 오빠. And an older sister is called 언니, 언니. If you are a male, an older brother is called 형, 형. And an older sister is called 누나, 누나. 남동생 is a male younger sibling or younger brother. 남동생, 남동생. 여동생 is a female younger sibling. In Chinese characters, 남 means male and 여 female. 여동생, 여동생. 형제 is siblings. 형제, 형제. The basic form 있다 in 동생이 있어요 has two English meanings. One meaning, to have something, and the other meaning, there is something. 동생이 있어요 asks, do you have a younger siblings? However, if we say 책상이 있어요, 책상 being a desk, it is asking, is there a desk? The 어요 is an interrogative ending used to ask a question here. We learned last time that 있어요 is without an interrogative, and thus you have to raise the tone at the end. Shall we try it together? 동생이 있어요? 동생이 있어요? Well done. But when we look at 생 in 동생, there is a final consonant ng 응. When there is such a final consonant, you use the subject particle 이 and say 동생이 있어요? On the other hand, 빠 in 오빠, which is what a female calls her older brother, does not have a final consonant, which means it ends with vowel 아. Therefore, you use the subject particle 가 and say 오빠가 있어요? Then shall we practice? When I say 동생, you guys have to come up with a question. 동생이 있어요? Older brother, 형. 형이 있어요? 형이 있어요? Means, do you have an older brother? 누나, older sister to a male. 누나가 있어요? 누나가 있어요? Do you have an older sister? 언니, older sister to a female. 언니가 있어요? 언니가 있어요? Means, do you have an older sister? 여동생, female younger sibling or younger sister. 여동생이 있어요? 여동생이 있어요? Which means, do you have a younger sister? Great. How do we then respond to the question? 동생이 있어요? If you have a younger sibling, you can respond, 네, 있어요. If you have one younger sibling, what would be your response? Right. You say, 네, 하나 있어요. If you have two, then you say, 네, 둘 있어요. If you do not have any, you can respond, 아니요, 없어요. 아니요, 없어요. How would you say 1, 2, 3, and 4 if you want to count them in Korean? 1 is 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. One more time. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. This picture shows the way you count numbers in English. You know, the funny thing is that we Korean people use fingers in a different way when we count numbers. Let me show you. We count like this. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. It's different. Can you do it? Please try it. Okay, now let's practice together. If you have 3 female younger siblings, what would you say? That's correct. You can simply say 여동생이 셋 있어요. 여동생이 셋 있어요. He has two older brothers then. 형이 둘 있어요. 형이 둘 있어요. Wow, so many siblings. 6 younger siblings. She has 6 younger siblings. 동생이 6 있어요. 동생이 6 있어요. She has one older sister. 언니가 하나 있어요. 언니가 하나 있어요. She has 3 older brothers. 오빠가 셋 있어요. 오빠가 셋 있어요. Alright, let's learn some more words related to family. Family is 가족 in Korean. 가족. 가족. daughter, 딸. 딸. son, 아들. 아들. Now, you are able to introduce your siblings in your family. In particular, you can use Korean numbers when you introduce them. As for me, 저는 동생이 넷 있어요. I'm the eldest. I hope you have time for practice like this. This is all for the unit. 고맙습니다. 안녕하세요. Hello everyone. Last time we learned how to ask whether one has a sibling, older or younger, and how to respond to such questions. We will continue from where we left off last time and study how to ask if a person has any other siblings. We will also study how the meanings of a sentence is changed when using the particles 도, 은 or 는, 이 or 가. Though using particles in a sentence in Korean is difficult, it is very important to understand, as there are subtle differences depending on which particles are used. First, let's listen to the following conversation. Listen carefully.
형도 있어요?
아니요, 형은 없어요. 누나가 있어요.
Shall we take a look at their dialogue? 형도 있어요? Asks, do you also have an older brother? 아니요, 형은 없어요. 누나가 있어요. Is a response saying, no, I don't have an older brother. I have an older sister though. Listen again and repeat phrases. 형도 있어요? 아니요, 형은 없어요. 누나가 있어요. Excellent work. Let's carefully examine the pronunciations. In our previous lesson, we learned that 요 in 형도 있어요 is pronounced 있어요. The final consonant double S in it of 있어요 is prolonged and connected to 어요 to be pronounced 있어요. 있어요. 어요 is pronounced 없어요. If you take a look at 없어요, you will see that there is an unfamiliar final consonant, 비읍 and 시옷. Two consonants put together are called double consonants. When you pronounce them, you pronounce the first one as it is, and the second one is prolonged to the next syllable or vowel. So, in simple terms, the first final consonant pi읍 in of 없어요 makes the up sound, and the second final consonant is prolonged to 시옷 to create a 없어요 sound due to its harsh sound. Let's repeat that again. 없어요. 없어요. Well done. Remember how you learned about the different members in your family. Let's go over them again. 형 is an older brother. 형. 형. And 누나 is an older sister. A male younger sibling would call his older siblings like this. 누나. 누나. 언니 is an older sister to a female. 언니. 언니. And 오빠 is an older brother, and a younger female sibling would call her older siblings as such. 오빠. 오빠. 여동생 is a female younger sister. 여동생. 여동생. 아들 is a son. 아들. 딸 is a daughter. 딸. Then what do we call our uncles and aunts? Uncle is 삼촌. 삼촌. And aunt is 이모. 이모. 도 in 형도 있어요 is a particle which is similar to the English words to and also. What do you say if you want to know whether a person has an older sister? You can say 누나도 있어요. Regardless of whether a final consonant is in place, you can simply use the particle 도 with the 형 or 누나. It's not that difficult, is it? Shall we try it then? If I say 형, you guys can respond with a question. 형도 있어요? Older brother, 오빠. 오빠도 있어요? 오빠도 있어요? Do you also have an older brother? Younger brother, 남동생. 남동생도 있어요? 남동생도 있어요? Do you have a younger brother? Older sister, 누나. 누나도 있어요? 누나도 있어요? Do you have an older sister? Daughter, 딸. 딸도 있어요? 딸도 있어요? Do you have a daughter too? Well done. What would be our response to the question, 형도 있어요? If you have, then your response will be 네, 있어요. 네, 있어요. If you have two older brothers, your answer would be 네, 둘 있어요. 네, 둘 있어요. If you don't have any, your answer would be 아니요, 없어요. 아니요, 없어요. Then what if you don't have brother, but instead you have a sister? You can answer 아니요, 형은 없어요. 누나가 있어요. 은 in 형은 없어요 is a particle representing a contrast. The question asked whether you have an older brother, and you responded no, thereby forming a contrast. In 형 of 형은, there is a final consonant ng, 응, so we use 은 to represent a contrast. Then how would you answer when someone asks 누나가 있어요? Since there isn't a final consonant in 나 of 누나, we use 는 to represent a contrast. Thus, you can say 아니요, 누나는 없어요. To summarize, if there is a final consonant in the last syllable, then you use 은, and if there isn't, then you take 는 instead. 형은, 누나는. Shall we practice what we've learned? First, choose the correct answers in the following questions. 누나도 있어요? 누나도 있어요? Which means, do you also have an older sister? 아니요, 누나는 없어요. 아니요, 누나는 없어요. Which means probably or not, he or she has no older sister, but other siblings. 남동생도 있어요? Which means, do you also have a younger brother? 아니요, 남동생은 없어요. 남동생은 없어요. No, I have no younger brother. 여동생도 있어요? Which means, do you also have a younger sister? 아니요, 여동생은 없어요. 아니요, 여동생은 없어요. No, I don't have a younger sister. 오빠도 있어요? Do you also have an older brother? 아니요. 아니요, 오빠는 없어요. 아니요, 오빠는 없어요. No, I don't have an older brother. Great job! Second, fill in the blank with the appropriate response. For example, if I ask you, 형도 있어요? Then you respond, 형은 없어요. And then you add something like 누나가 있어요. Got it? 누나도 있어요? 아니요. 누나는 없어요. 형이 있어요. 아니요. 누나는 없어요. 형이 있어요. 오빠도 있어요? 아니요. 오빠는 없어요. 언니가 있어요. 아니요. 오빠는 없어요. 언니가 있어요. 딸도 있어요? 아니요. 딸은 없어요. 아들이 있어요. 아니요. 딸은 없어요. 아들이 있어요. 아들도 있어요? 아니요. 아들은 없어요. 딸이 있어요. 아들은 없어요. 딸이 있어요. Great job! Now, do you think you will be able to respond when a Korean person asks you whether you have an older brother or an older sister? Let's put your skills to the test. Try it on your own. Shall we look at another vocabulary? 할머니, 할머니, which means grandmother. 할아버지, 할아버지 is grandfather. 할아버지. 저는 여동생이 있어요. 남동생도 있어요. Which means I have younger sisters, younger brother too. This concludes our lesson for today. We have learned lots of words related to family. Please practice whenever you have time to do so. 고맙습니다. 안녕하세요. Hello everyone. How would you ask someone how many members are in his or her family? And how would you respond when asked that question? In this unit, you will learn how to ask and respond how many members are in your family. First, let's listen to the following conversation. Pay close attention, please.
수지 씨, 가족이 몇 명이에요?
아버지, 어머니, 남동생이 하나 있어요.
Shall we take a look at their conversation? 수지 씨, 가족이 몇 명이에요? Translates to Suji, how many members are in your family? 아버지, 어머니, 남동생이 하나 있어요. Translates to, my family is comprised of my father, mother, and a younger brother. Or literally, I have my father, mother, and a younger brother. Listen again and try to repeat it. 수지 씨, 가족이 몇 명이에요? 아버지, 어머니, 남동생이 하나 있어요. Let's examine the pronunciations. 몇 명인 몇 명이에요 is pronounced 몇 명. The final consonant 치, 몇 명 is pronounced 몇 first, and then impacted by the initial consonant 미음 in 명. 미음 is a nasal sound made from your nose. Therefore, it affects the previous sound. The 디귿 in 몇 is affected by the nasal sound 미음, and it becomes 니은 and is pronounced 면명. 면명. And we've seen throughout this unit that 있어요 is pronounced 있어요. The final consonant double S in it of 있어요 is prolonged and connected to the next syllable 어 and becomes 있어요. Now let's try that again. 몇 명이에요? 몇 명이에요? 있어요. 있어요. Excellent work. Let's have a look at the vocabulary. 책상, 책상, which is desk in English. You know, 책 means a book and 상 means a table. So 책상 means a table for books, literally. 책상. 의자, 의자. Do you remember what's a medical doctor? Yes, 의사. The first syllable 의 is a little bit hard to pronounce, but it has same pronunciation. 의자, 모자, 모자, 가방, 가방, 남자, 남자. What is a male younger sibling? Right, 남동생, which is 남자 동생. We say it too. And the first syllable 남 means male in Chinese character. 남자, 여자, 여자. 여자 동생 means yes, a female younger sibling or a younger sister. Chinese character 여 means female. 여자. 학생, 학생. All right, what do you think a male student is in Korean? Yes, 남학생 or 남자 학생. Correct, too. What about a female student? Correct, 여학생, 여자 학생, 학생. 시계, 시계. We call a clock 시계 and wristwatch too. 시계. 바나나, 바나나. Sounds so similar, is it? 복숭아, 복숭아, which is peach in English. 귤, 귤, which is tangerine in English. 가족이 몇 명이에요? Is a question asking how many members are in your family. Because family is comprised of people, we use 명, a counting unit for people. 몇 is translated to how many. Therefore, we want to ask how many people. You say 몇 명이에요? 몇 명이에요? Then how would you ask the quantity of a certain object? You use 개, which is a unit to count the number of objects. For example, if you want to ask how many desks there are, you can say 책상이 몇 개예요? Or 책상이 몇 개 있어요? There isn't a final consonant in 개, so you use the ending 예요, which means to be in English, and ask 책상이 몇 개예요? Then shall we practice? Choose an appropriate counting unit on the right side for the words on the left. 책상, which means desk. It is used with 개, counting unit for object. 의자 is used with 개. 남자, male person, is used with 명, counting unit for people. 여자, with 명. Great. Second, come up with your own questions. 가족. 가족이 몇 명이에요? 가족이 몇 명이에요? Please pay attention to the pronunciation 몇 명. 가족이 몇 명이에요? 남자. 남자가 몇 명이에요? 남자가 몇 명이에요? 가방. 가방이 몇 개예요? 가방이 몇 개예요? 모자. 모자가 몇 개예요? 모자가 몇 개예요? And remember, 몇 명이에요? And 몇 개예요? We've learned we have to choose 이에요 or 예요, depending on whether there is a final consonant in the last syllable or not. Great. Now, how would we respond to the question? 가족이 몇 명이에요? If there are 6 members in your family, you can say 6명이에요. 6명이에요. Pay attention to the pronunciation. 6 and 6명. Just like 몇 명. 6, 6명. Remember how you learned numbers from 1 to 10 in the last lesson. If you add 명, a unit to count people, to 하나, it becomes 한 명 or one person. And 둘, 셋, 넷, with a counting unit 명, each final consonant drops. Thus, we pronounce 두 명, 세 명, 네 명, instead of 둘 명, 셋 명, or 넷 명. We don't pronounce them. Please pay attention to the pronunciations, especially from 5, 다섯, with 명. Because of the nasal sound M in 명, pronounce them 다섯 명, 여섯 명, 일곱 명. And 여덟 is pronounced 여덟, thus 여덟 명. And 아홉 명 is pronounced 아홉 명. And last, 열 명. Okay, repeat again. 한 명, 두 명, 세 명, 네 명, 다섯 명, 여섯 명, 일곱 명, 여덟 명, 아홉 명, 열 명. Well done. Now, if you have 5 members in your family, how would you respond to the question? 가족이 몇 명이에요? Right. You can respond 다섯 명이에요. If you want to be specific, you can say the number of the members in the family and list them like 다섯 명이에요. 아버지, 어머니, 남동생이 2명 있어요. Or you can simply just list the family members and respond 아버지, 어머니, 남동생이 2 있어요. Then how would you respond to the question? 책상이 몇 개예요? Asking about the number of the objects. If there are 2, you say 2개예요. 3 desks is 3개예요. 4 desks is 4개예요. And 10 desks is 10개예요. Shall we try practicing it? First, look at the drawing and fill in the parentheses with the correct number. 누나가 셋 있어요. 누나가 셋 있어요. Or, how would you answer? Yes, 누나가 3명 있어요. You use the counting unit for people, 명, then 3명. 누나가 3명 있어요. 형이 right. 형이 4 있어요. 형이 4 있어요. or 형이 4명 있어요. 형이 4명 있어요. 7 pages. 복숭아가 7개 있어요. 복숭아가 7개 있어요. Normally, we use the counting unit for things, 개, with the object. Do you like tangerines? I do. 2 tangerines. 귤이 2개 있어요. 귤이 2개 있어요. Right. Let's practice a little bit more. At this time, using the counting unit 명 or 개. Let's try it. Look at the drawing and say them out loud. 오빠가 몇 명 있어요? I have 3 older brothers. 오빠가 3 있어요. 오빠가 3 있어요. or 오빠가 3명 있어요. 오빠가 3명 있어요. 여동생이 몇 명 있어요? I have 2 younger sisters. 여동생이 2 있어요. 여동생이 2 있어요. or 여동생이 2명 있어요. 여동생이 2명 있어요. 시계가 몇 개 있어요? 시계가 4개 있어요. 시계가 4개 있어요. 바나나가 몇 개 있어요? 바나나가 8개 있어요. 바나나가 8개 있어요. Excellent. Now, do you think you can answer a Korean person when he or she asks you how many members are in your family? At this point, take time to practice on your own. All right, let's go over more vocabulary. 사과, 사과. 빵, 빵. 친구, 친구. 조카, 조카. We have one word for niece and nephew, regardless of the gender. 조카, 조카. 저는 어머니, 여동생이 3, 남동생이 1 있어요. And 조카가 5명 있어요. Do you understand what it means? I have my mother, 3 younger sisters, and 1 younger brother. And I have 5 nieces and nephews. This is all for this unit. Please find more time to practice what you've learned. 고맙습니다. 안녕하세요. Hello everyone. Up to now, we have studied how to ask how many members are in one's family, whether one has a brother or a sister, and how to respond to such questions. In this unit, we will review how to ask and respond to questions regarding our families by utilizing all the sentence patterns and vocabulary we've studied together. First, let's take a look at the conversation. Listen carefully.
민호 씨, 가족이 몇 명이에요?
셋이요. 아버지, 저 여동생이 있어요. 줄리 씨도 동생이 있어요?
아니요, 동생은 없어요. 언니가 둘 있어요.
그래요? 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요?
어머니, 언니 2명, 모두 넷이요.
Do you understand the conversation? Yes, you do. Let's examine the conversation between the two. 민호 씨, 가족이 몇 명이에요? Asks, 민호, how many members are in your family? 셋이요. 아버지, 저, 여동생이 있어요. In English is there are 3. My father, my younger sister, and me. 줄리 씨도 동생이 있어요? Asks, Julie, do you also have a younger sibling? 아니요. 동생은 없어요. 언니가 둘 있어요. Is a response which means no, I don't have any younger siblings. I have 2 older sisters. 그래요? 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? Asks, really? How many members are in your family then? 어머니, 언니 2명, 저, 모두 넷이요. Is a response 4, including my mother, 2 older sisters, and me. Listen again and try to repeat it. 민호 씨, 가족이 몇 명이에요? 셋이요. 아버지, 저, 여동생이 있어요. 줄리 씨도 동생이 있어요? 아니요, 동생은 없어요. 언니가 둘 있어요. 그래요? 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 어머니, 언니 2명, 저 모두 넷이요. Excellent work. We will carefully examine the pronunciation. The final consonant 시옷 in 셋 of 셋이요 is prolonged and connected to 이요 and is pronounced 셋이요. Now try to repeat it. 셋이요. 셋이요. Good work. Let's go over some more words and other expressions. 그래요? In English, translates to really or is that so? It is an expression of surprise or an exclamation, but it's also used as a reaction in a conversation. For example, upon hearing, 저는 미국 사람이에요, which means I'm from the United States. You can react by saying, 그래요? 저도 미국 사람이에요. Really? I'm also from the United States. 모두 is all or all together in English. 모두. Shall we look at some more vocabulary? Wife is 아내. This 아내 is used only for meaning my wife. And we have another word for someone's wife called 부인 or 사모님. honorific words which we will learn later on. 아내. An only daughter is 외동딸. 외동딸. Only son is 외아들. 외아들. These days, there are so many 외동딸 and 외아들 in Korea and other countries as well, right? 혼자 is by oneself or alone. 저는 혼자예요 means I am alone. Now, shall we try making our own scripts and practice them? Bae-yuna has her grandmother, father, mother, and 2 older brothers. Daniel has his father, mother, older brother, and younger brother too. They are talking about their family. 다니엘 씨, 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 5이요. 아버지, 어머니, 형, 남동생이 있어요. 유나 씨도 동생이 있어요? 아니요. 동생은 없어요. 오빠가 2 있어요. 그래요? 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 할머니, 아버지, 어머니, 오빠가 2명, 저, 모두 6이요. Please repeat. I will read it first. 다니엘 씨, 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 5이요. 아버지, 어머니, 형, 남동생이 있어요. 유나 씨도 동생이 있어요? 아니요. 동생은 없어요. 오빠가 2 있어요. 그래요? 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 할머니, 아버지, 어머니, 오빠가 2명, 저, 모두 6이요. Yuna has a big family, including her grandparents, doesn't she? This time, Han Youngmin and Lee So-young are talking together. Han Youngmin has his mother, his wife, 2 daughters, and his younger sister. And Lee So-young has her grandmother and her mother. Please make a script on your own. 영민 씨, 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 6이요. 어머니, 아내, 딸이 2, 그리고 여동생이 1 있어요. 소영 씨도 동생이 있어요? 아니요. 동생은 없어요. 혼자예요. 그래요? 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 할머니, 어머니, 저요. Repeat please. 영민 씨, 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 6이요. 어머니, 아내, 딸이 2, 그리고 여동생이 1 있어요. 소영 씨도 동생이 있어요? 아니요, 동생은 없어요. 혼자예요. 그래요. 가족이 모두 몇 명이에요? 할머니, 어머니, 저요. 여러분, 가족이 몇 명이에요? Now it's your turn to introduce your families. Use all the related vocabulary and numbers you have learned to freely talk about your families. You are already on a good track, and after a little bit of practice with the scripts above, you will find yourself sounding like a native Korean. This concludes our lesson for today. 고맙습니다.
Korean family. What do you first say when you introduce yourself to another person? First, you say your name and then talk about yourself, such as your hobbies, right? Korean people, when introducing themselves, generally say their names first and then talk about their families. In that sense, Koreans tend to think of themselves as a member of the families when thinking about their identities. It may seem odd to those who are learning Korean for the first time when Koreans use 우리, which means our in English, instead of 내, which means my in English, when introducing their families. For example, Koreans say 우리 아버지, our father, instead of 내 아버지, my father. Until recently, one would introduce one's spouse as 우리 집사람 or 우리 남편, exhibiting Koreans' collectivist way of thinking in comparison to the self-centered way. Nowadays, many young adults who have been influenced by the Western thought of individualism use 저희, my, when saying 제 어머니, my mother, and 제 동생, my brother, while until 20 to 30 years ago, 우리 어머니, our mother, and 우리 동생, our brother, was more natural. Of course, Korean people say 우리나라, our country, not 내 나라, my country. According to some theories, the word 우리 originated from the word 울, which symbolizes a fence, and it represented a family that a person belonged to. During the age of an agrarian society, a fence was put up to divide the boundaries of houses in a village, thus differentiating the concepts of inside and outside. In personal relationships, Korean people do not draw a line between public and private matters for those inside the fence, while for those outside the fence, they become little exclusive. But I believe that Koreans have an eagerness to be friendly to those they meet for the first time and treat them as part of their families. So, while it is rude to ask a person's age upon the first encounter in the Western cultures, people in Korea often ask a person his age in order to establish seniority and juniority like they do in their families, so that they can call the person by a family's title. It represents intimacy when they use titles such as 형, 오빠, 누나, 언니. Wouldn't you feel close to your Korean friends if they call you with family titles?